Hi, I'm Dan. I just wanted to talk to you today about a Turkish get-up. So this movement is really good for things like shoulder instability. So to work on your shoulder stability, to try and improve it, this sort of thing is really quite good for that. You can make it as hard or as easy as you want, so different variations with different weights, okay? So if you've got real bad sort of shoulder instability, you probably want to just start off with hardly anything, maybe nothing in the hand while doing so, just sort of making a fist towards the sort of ceiling, and then moving it around in different planes of movement, which I'm going to show you. To make it harder, then you gradually can increase the weight or use even things like therabands to pull you to different directions. So you can like make that, it pulls you a little bit up towards the head, a little bit more inferior towards the sort of feet, a little bit more lateral, so more towards the outside of the body, or a little bit more medially towards the inside of the body, depending on where your instability of your shoulder is. So those sort of things you can try and improve. So I'm going to show you a Turkish get-up. I'm going to use a kettlebell, however, like I said, you can use different variations. So you can use things like a dumbbell, you can use nothing at all, even a bottle of water, a small bottle of water to a 2 litre bottle of water, something that you feel quite stable with, and then slowly improve into a bit more of a weight. So you want to start off with just the basic movements anyway of a Turkish get-up. So when you're going down, start off with you laying facing up on your back. You're going to have one arm out to the side, you're going to have your knee bent onto the shoulder side. That is the one that you want to work on. So have that sort of facing, that fist facing towards the ceiling, sort of like a Superman pose, like he's going to take off type thing. So you have it there, and then what you want to try and do is work the different movements of the shoulder. So you're going to get quite a lot of sort of spinal rotation in here as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to just try and rotate around your body while your fist is pointing towards that point of the ceiling. It makes it nice and a lot easier actually if you're focusing on the area that your fist is pointing to. So when you're doing this, you rotate nice and slowly. As you can see, the fist and the arm stays nice and stable in that position. There's a difference from this to this, okay? So, I don't know if you've got that there, but the arm's sort of slightly out a little bit more, and then nice and locked in. So that's nice and tight, nice and stable in the shoulder joint there. So what you're doing, you're going to start off that nice tight position there, and rotate around, okay? So it's nice and stable there. And then you can add a little bit of sitting up with it, like that. Okay, so going from that position to that position there. And then what eventually you want to do is get into that get-up position. So you're going to go from there then into that sort of Superman taking off position. Okay, so again, always focusing on that area of what your fist is pointing to. So I'll show you a little bit more now, but with a kettlebell. So try and start off with just that laying down position with the rotational side of things, and then you can progress into the sitting up one, and then progress that into an actual Turkish get-up. So you're getting all different planes of movement through your shoulder while trying to stabilise a weight. Okay, so like I was saying before, if you didn't want to use weight, but you wanted to use a TheraBand, say it's unstable going into a certain position, you can use like a TheraBand or a resistance band to try and pull you into that position that is unstable, okay? So you're trying to build that stability, that muscular contraction of your shoulder to keep it nice and stable, okay? Or you can just get someone to make your life hell while you're doing it, and just keep pushing the fist around as you're going through those planes of movement. Okay, so like those ones, and then eventually the get-up. Alright, so I'll show you one now with a kettlebell. Make sure that the kettlebell isn't on that side of the wrist, you want it that side, so it's nice and stable there. Okay, and not bashing around too much, so you don't want it knocking on your wrist too much. Nice and stable, tight grip, and there's a difference from that there to that there. Okay, so it's nice and tight in the shoulder joint now. So then you're going to go through that rotation. So this is a little bit harder now because obviously I've got more of a weight through this. Okay, so once again, that rotation movement. And then what you're going to do is go to that seated position, hold for a few seconds at the top, come back down, again, hold at the top, come back down, focusing on the position where your fist is pointing, okay? And then what you're going to do is eventually progress it into that Turkish get-up, okay? So you're going to go from this position to that position to then that position, okay? So that's the modified Turkish get-up that you can do. Be careful of obviously your leg that's going underneath you as you're getting up. So when you're going through that Turkish get-up movement, you want to make sure you're all nice and stable, like that, okay? This leg bend is the same one as the shoulder, and then you want to try and, you can use your arm to lift yourself up, it's not a problem, and your foot to stabilise yourself, and then what you want to try and do is get to that position, and then lift yourself up, okay? So that's the Turkish get-up.